Hi there, my name is Shauna. I'm a phys ed teacher at the best CJEB in the world, and the fitness appraisal is designed to give all of you an idea of your overall results and your overall fitness level. And we're hoping with that information, it'll help you to make healthier lifestyle choices and become as fit and healthy as you possibly can be. One of the tests we do is the body composition, and I have a teacher from Vanier named Joey who's going to explain to you the body composition. Here he is.
Thank you, Shauna. Joey here. Part of the body composition test is the BMI test. BMI is a test that takes into account your height and your weight, only those two measures. It's a really good test for lots of populations when you're dealing with lots of people, but the moment you start applying it to individuals, sometimes it's more or less accurate. It will be great for you if you have a totally average body type, but if you have a bit more muscle or a bit less muscle, the test is no longer accurate. If you are like a bodybuilder or an athlete, your results are going to say that you're overweight, when in fact, that's not the case. Similarly, if you have a very low amount of muscle mass, what we typically call skinny fat, it might say that you're healthy, and that's also not the case. That's why we have 3 different tests to get a better overall picture of your body composition. Another factor that goes into play for BMI is your body type, your frame. Maybe you were born with a bigger frame, and let me tell you something, those bones are going to weigh something, and they'll show up in your BMI test. You can't change that, but you can change your health and body composition. Let me give you an example of someone who's in great shape, but doesn't have a good score on the BMI test. Here we have Michael, varsity athlete, supreme soccer player, six-pack extraordinaire, and guess what? His BMI says that he's overweight. But that's clearly not a proper indication of his body composition, and clearly not a proper indication of his fitness level. Thank you, Michael.
No problem.
Next, my colleague Shauna is going to come back and explain the next test in the body composition triad.
Okay, so the second test that we do in the body composition is your waist to hip ratio. And this has nothing to do with body weight, has nothing to do with body fat, it only has an indication of the body shape that you have. So what we do is we measure your waist and your hip. Ideally, what we want is your waist to be significantly smaller than your hip, which would indicate that we have less body fat stored on the upper part of your body. So those people that score high risk rating, they're gonna have a higher waist circumference, which means that they have more amount of body weight stored on the top of their body. And usually that extra body weight is fat weight, seeing as our abdominal muscles don't hypertrophy and stick out, okay, as fat tissue does. So men tend to generally have more of an apple shape, and females tend to have more of a pear shape where they store fat lower on their body. So for this test, it would give them a lower risk rating. So that's all we're looking at is your body shape. If I have a low risk rating and I have a low BMI, then I have 2 positives. If I have a high risk rating and a low BMI, then I'm not overweight. It's just getting me to be concerned that I do have the type of body shape that would store fat on the upper part of my body. The last test we look at is the waist circumference. You can't hide from this one. We're measuring your waist and we're determining your health risk by the amount of fat that's stored closer to your heart, okay? So if I score high on this rating, that is a health concern, and it is time to make some healthier lifestyle choices, to change your nutrition possibly and increase your activity level so that we can get you to a healthy level.